Hello students, we have finished oogenesis process, so that is production of egg within the follicles of the ovary, okay, and we also finished the structure of female reproductive system where the primary sex organs are ovaries, okay. So what happens during the oogenesis? Same process, same three steps takes place: maturation, sorry, not maturation, multiplication, growth and maturation. But here a bit difference, how it is different. In male individuals, the production of germ cells, that is gonial cells, will be after the birth, but in females during the fetal development only, within the 7 months, like during the 5 months itself, there will be precise number of oogonial cells produced within the ovary, and after the birth the oogonial development will be stopped, like not development, we can say multiplication of oogonial cells will be stopped after the birth. And at the time of puberty, so what happens, the oogonial cells will grow, like single oogonial cells will grow into primary oocytes. So when we attain puberty, the arrest stage will be continued. At the meiotic first stage there will be arrest, right, at the stage of primary oocyte. When we attain puberty, so the primary oocyte get converted into secondary oocyte, okay. So once the secondary oocytes are formed, again there is arrest, because secondary oocyte itself get ovulated. When the secondary oocyte will get stimulated by the sperm entry or sperm penetration, then only secondary oocyte will continue the second meiotic arrest, okay. That is at the metaphase 2, the secondary oocyte get converted into ovum or egg within the female reproductive tract, that is in the fallopian tube itself, okay. So hence what happens, as we have studied the structure of TS of ovary, the follicles get developed from primordial to primary follicle, primary to secondary, tertiary, and the Graafian follicle is the one matured follicle which contains a fully developed secondary oocyte. Okay, today we are going to study the structure of a matured follicle as well as the structure of ovum of human. Okay, so what is the structure of Graafian follicle contains? So the Graafian follicle, so what Graafian follicle contains? A secondary oocyte, okay. This secondary oocyte is specially surrounded by a structure called zona pellucida. Next to the zona pellucida there is corona radiata cells, okay. This is the corona radiata cells. All the secondary oocyte is embedded with the cavity. This cavity is called as antrum cavity, where this oocyte thing is embedded, okay. Next, how this oocyte is attached to the follicle cells, surrounding cells, with the help of a composed stalk which is made up of cumulus oophorus. This stage or stalk we call it as cumulus oophorus, where this oocyte is embedded. So next layer is membrana granulosa, okay, the layer of the Graafian follicle. Next to the membrana granulosa there are two layers. One internal layer is a theca interna and external layer is theca externa. So this is the Graafian follicle structure. From outside to inside, how we can say? The first layer is a theca externa, theca interna, membrana granulosa, okay, antrum cavity, cumulus oophorus, corona radiata, zona pellucida, and our secondary oocyte. So this is the secondary oocyte. During the time of ovulation, the Graafian follicle get ruptured and this oocyte is released, okay. So how this oocyte looks? So the egg or the ovum in humans are of microlecithal type of egg. Microlecithal means, micro means we know little, lecithal related to the yolk content. We know when we use a chicken egg, when we open it, we can see two compartments. One is albumin, another is yolk. Why yolk is there? Yolk is meant for to give the nourishment for the developing embryo. But in humans, what happens? The development is inside itself. Okay, because we are viviparous. Hence, there is a connection between mother and fetus where the nutrients, everything will be supplied. So there is no need of more amount of yolk content within the developing ovum. So hence our egg is microlecithal type where the yolk content is very less and cytoplasm is more like this. Okay, yolk content is always nearer to the nucleus, that is little content, and all over there is cytoplasm which consists of all kind of organelles. Okay, all kind of organelles are present. Yes, this egg or ovum, the layer is covered by an important layer called as white line membrane. Next to the white line membrane, that is our main membrane, zona pellucida, which is radially radiated by the corona radiata membrane like this. Here you can see, right? So there is zona pellucida. I have not shown you here white line membrane because we are only dealing with the complete Graafian follicle. Here we are studying only the egg. So I have mentioned next to the ovum wall is surrounded by white line membrane, then zona pellucida, then corona radiata. Why I am stressing this layers? Because of when you're going to understand the fertilization process, no, these layers, positions are very important to understand the fertilization. Okay, just remember, egg surrounded by white line membrane, next zona pellucida, next will be corona radiata. Okay, little amount of corona radiata follicles are surrounded. Okay, these are the egg layers or the follicle layers. Okay, so now these follicle cells are of endocrine part in the ovary. What is endocrine part means? It means the one which produces the hormones. So here also follicles plays an important role as an endocrine part, in turn which secretes the hormone. We know what is the hormone produced by follicles in the ovary? Yes, estrogen. Estrogen is the female sex hormone which is produced by the follicles and which helps the follicle development. When follicle development takes place with the help of FSH, in turn follicle secretes estrogen. Okay, so this is what the structure of Graafian follicle and egg. And just remember the layers. Okay, different layers. So here what are the layers? Zona pellucida, corona radiata. The stage is a cumulus oophorus which is surrounded by membrana granulosa layer. The central cavity is called as antrum or antral cavity, and which is surrounded by two different layers. Inside theca interna, outside layer is theca externa. Okay, so here it is of microlecithal egg, means less yolk content. Outer to the ovum layer, first layer is a white line membrane, second layer is zona pellucida, and third layer is, this layer is the corona radiata, and they too contain the genetic material, that is a nucleus contain the genetic material. So during the fertilization process, so what happens? The sperm get to penetrate into the egg like this, where they deposit its nucleus. So hence during the sperm structure we have studied, acrosome is important. Why? Because they need to digest these many layers, okay, these many walls, and they need to enter into the cytoplasm of the egg for the fusion. So hence acrosome is important. Understood? So this is the structure of Graafian follicle, that is matured follicle and human egg or ovum.